How to make 10K a month in just 90 days. Hey, if right now you have your own home-based business, maybe you're in direct sales, you're in network marketing, you've started an online business, you have an affiliate program, and you are ready to grow your business to where you can make $10,000 a month in your business. And maybe you've been trying to do this for the last 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year or two, and you're struggling right now. Well, I'm going to share with you 4 keys on exactly what you need to do to make $10,000 a month in income within the next 90 days. Now, I've done this not once, not twice, not 3 times, but I've done it 4 times in several different industries. I've done it in direct sales. I've done it in high-end ticket marketing items. I've done it in network marketing. I've done it in traditional sales arena. And I'm going to break down 4 simple strategies exactly how you can do that. Now, let me share with you how I first discovered these strategies. And it goes all the way back to, I remember it was just like it was yesterday. It was December, about a week away from Christmas. And I was at one of the lowest point in my life. I had been trying to build businesses for the last 7 years. I did about 3 different business ventures, and they all failed. One, I think I made $43. The other one, I made $119. The third one, I didn't even make any money at all. And here I am. It's the holiday season. I have no money. I'm broke. I just got evicted out of my apartment, and I'm sleeping in my car. And it wasn't much of a car. It was an old beat up Nissan Maxima. It was leaking everything except for gas. The paint on it was totally faded on the hood and the top of the car. It was faded off. The air conditioning didn't work. The heat didn't work. And I was pretty much ready to give up in business and in life. And I remember going and meeting with my mentor at the time. And I kind of shared with him what I felt. And at that moment, he gave me an insight to really tap into what I already had on the inside of me. That he shared with me, look, Andre, you know this, you know A, you know B, you know C, you know D. The one thing you need to do is just focus on those. And I remember leaving out of there, and I said, I do know A, I do know B, I do know C, I do know D. Man, I just need a laser beam focusing on that. And the 4 keys that I'm going to share with you is exactly what I focused in on. I hit the ground running. It wasn't, I didn't even wait till the end of the year. It was like the very next week after that, which was, I think it was actually the week of Christmas, that I started these 4 principles and I put them in place. And I tell you, it was challenging. It was rough. I remember finally I hooked up with some of my buddies that I knew from a while back, and they had an apartment. There was 3 guys living there. They said, "Hey, you can bunk with us." So I was roommating with about 3 other people. So it was 4 guys in a 2-bedroom apartment. It was about, I don't even think 700 square foot. It had 1 bathroom in there. So you had 4 guys sharing the 1 bathroom. In the bedroom that I was in, you had 1 twin bed on one side of the room, another twin bed on the other side of the room. And I remember from that twin bed building my business on the phone, on the internet, setting appointments, driving that little raggedy beat up car to go meet with people, to make my sales and make my presentation. And I executed these 4 strategies during challenging times in my life. I remember the only bill I was able to pay at the time was my cell phone bill, because I needed that to make phone calls and to be able to get on the internet so I can build my business. And for 90 days, that's the only bill I paid. And I paid my overhead to run my business, get my products and things like that. And January went by. Not that much success. February, I'm having some success, but not seeing this massive result that I thought I would. March came around and things was picking up big time. By the end of March, I earned over $10,000 in income in that 90-day period. And here are the keys that I want to share with you. Key number one is you're going to have to take all out massive action. And let me explain all out massive action. It's an acronym I use, AOMA. All out massive action. This is where you literally launch your business. Now, for many, many years, I only start my business. You know, you sign up, I got my website, I got my flyers, I'm going to tell some people about my business. I'm have my grand opening event, invite people over, and I started my business. I never launched it. So all out massive action is where you launch your business. And I want you to think about a rocket ship. And if you ever see a rocket ship take off, literally in Florida, it shakes the whole foundation of the earth for like miles. You can feel this rocket ship shaking, it's vibrating, all this fire is spitting out. And it barely moves off that platform. And then it starts to move a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. The next thing you know, it's off the platform. Then it breaks the gravitational pull of the earth. And it's now out in orbit. But that rocket ship used up 90% of its fuel to get off the launching pad. And all out massive action is going to be that way for you. You're going to use up more energy in the first step, taking that all out massive action. Now, it's two areas you're going to do. Is you're going to spend about 80 to 90% of your time on marketing. You have got to get the word out. You're in business. This is what you do. This is what you offer. This is what you're selling. This is how you can help better those people's lives. All out massive marketing on social media is going to be a big chunk of it. Your social media, if you haven't had your presence established yet, make sure you establish that. You're going to need to create content, 2 to 3 pieces of content every single day for 90 days without pulling your foot off the gas. Even if it's a holiday, even if it's vacation, even if it's the weekend, 2 to 3 pieces of content. Videos, keep them under 60 seconds. You need to be blasting every platform: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else they got out there now, in the virtual university and everything else. You need to be blasting social media, putting out 2 to 3 pieces of content every single day. All out massive action, social media. Next part of all out massive action, this is where most people overlook the contacts that are in your phone. Those are going to be your first customers, your first clients, the first people to do business with you. Because you have accomplished 3 things with most of the people that's in your phone that you're going to do with people on social media. If they're in your phone, 9 times out of 10, they know you. So a strong possibility they might like you, and they also trust you. So these are the 3 things you've got to get people on social media to feel about you. Like they know you, like you, and trust you, then they'll do business with you. Well, in your phone right now, pull your phone out while you're looking at this. Go to your contact list. Scroll to the bottom, depending on what phone it is, and hit the little dash, and it'll show you how many contacts are in your phone. Right now, most people, on average, minimum, you have 300 contacts in your phone. Well, you need to do an all-out massive action with your warm market. Meaning you need to send them a text, you need to send them a video, you need to pick up the phone and call them and let them know, hey, I'm in business. This is what I offer. Do you know of anyone that would be interested in XYZ? Whatever your product, whatever your service is. Contact the people that are in your phone. Most people in this day and time, they overlook the biggest money they can make, which is in their warm market contact list. Social media, we're blasting it. We're hitting it hard. You've got to make your presence felt so you can attract people to you. That might take a couple of weeks. It might take a month or 2. So we got to hit that warm market hard. So that's step number 1, all out massive action. Now, your next step is you have to have a system. If you don't have a system yet, you need to establish one. And I'm going to give you 4 key principles that I've always put in my system. And write this acronym down. SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy, and money. SYSTEM. That's what it stands for. And you're only going to do what is in your system every day for 90 days. Nothing more, nothing less. Your system should consist of peak interest, some way that you're going to raise curiosity about your product. A 60-second video, email script, a texting script, certain words you're going to say when you call and talk to people on the phone. So you already have it put together exactly what bullet points you want to hit in a video when you call and talk to someone, when you send an email out, when you send a text message over. And the whole psychology here is to get them curious about what your product is, what your service is, to where they say, well, hey, I want to learn some more about this. Hey, tell me some more. Hey, a matter of fact, I do know someone that would be interested in your product, in your service. So your peak interest needs to be simple. It needs to be quick. You need to be able to do it on a phone call. You need to be able to do it on a video, through text message, or even through blogs and posting blog messages out there. So peak interest, the psychology here is to just get somebody curious. Now you're going to execute this anywhere between 20 to 100 times a day. Whether it's 20 people that's in your phone, obviously now you're doing social media. You're starting to get people to reach out to you on your inbox, your DM, so where you can scale it up to where you're peaking 100 people's interest a day. So that's the first part of your system. Your second part is your education process. Now, a lot of the education you're going to do in person, but then you also want to create a video or a webinar to where you can automate the education process, but still make it feel like people are dealing with you. So the education process is going to educate them on the facts, the features, the benefits of your product and your service, why they need this, the benefit that it's going to offer to them, how much money it's going to save them, how much money it's going to make them, how it's going to make them feel better. People are going to buy your product and your service in that education portion because it solves a problem for them. So you need to put that in your education portion. What problem is your product or your service going to solve for the people you're talking to about it? That's the key thing in the education you need to hit on. Also in the education, you need to have social proof, stories, testimonials. Write this down. Facts tell, but stories sell. People want to know who else is using this. Have they gotten results? What kind of results have they had? And they hear third-party story and they say, okay, yeah, I want that service. Yeah, I want that product. Yeah, let me do some business with you. Let me try your stuff out. Boom, builds validation. And number 3 is promote. You become a master at promoting third-party validation of your product or your service, or webinars, or events that you have coming up. But you promote that. Now, I got a quick story behind promoting here. If anybody remember Mike Tyson, the boxer, well, he used to have a promoter called Don King. And every time Mike Tyson would be fighting, they would go interview Don King, and they would ask him like, so, hey, Don, what do you think about the fight? He said, oh, yeah, man, this is awesome. But I tell you what, on November 31st, coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada, it is going to be the fight of the lifetime. The greatest fight you've ever seen. It's the biggest, the bad. He automatically went into promoting the next event, promoting more information about your product, promoting a webinar, promoting a consultation that you're going to offer to that person. Become a master at promoting. See, most of the times you're just trying to wham bam get that sale, pique their interest, educate. Hey, you need to buy. No, that promoting part is you're promoting a follow-up. You're promoting a trial period. You're promoting a time to get back with them. That's part of your system, is to promote the next step, the next phase. Then leads you to step number 4, which is your enrollment process. Now, in your enrollment process on your product, if you're enrolling people online, you're selling something in person, this needs to be very simple. This is where I see a lot of new entrepreneurs drop the ball. They make the enrollment process so difficult. I mean, people are halfway in the enrollment and they're like, I don't think I really need this service. Shucks, it's taking me so long to get on. How good is it going to be once I do get this product? Your enrollment process will need to be simplified. If you're using a third party website, let's say you're in network marketing or affiliate marketing, and maybe their website is asking like for a bunch of information, well, get in the habit of gathering that information first and put 90% of it already into the website for that person. So by the time they come there, it's just check the boxes. Yeah, I agree to the terms and conditions. Put their credit card in, hit pay. They're not going through the long, drawn out enrollment process. Now, in your enrollment process, you need to set up certain follow-up appointments to make sure they're using your products properly. Maybe you have a support group that you set up on Telegram or WhatsApp or Facebook groups. But in your enrollment process on your product, on your service, you need to have a part that keeps that customer engaged, because you want to retain as many of your customers that are on your product and service, and ongoing support and keep servicing that customer is going to give you a loyal customer. So you don't want to just sell them your product or sell them your service. You need to have an ongoing education process. You need to have an ongoing support system that you plug them into so they get optimum results. So that's your system. A way to pique somebody's interest, a way to educate them on your product very quickly, a way to promote the next segment of your product, your next education portion, a simple enrollment process. And once you enroll them, plug them in some type of support community so you can increase your customer retention on your product and service. Now you're going to get into step number 3, which is duplication. Because to grow massive in 90 days, you only have one of you. So now if you have a traditional business and you're like, well, Andre, well, duplication, then I would create a competition. Well, how you would duplicate now is maybe instead of you having to do all the presentation live, they have different webinar platforms that you can automate this. You can incorporate some type of AI into your system to now duplicate what you are doing. If you're in a network marketing company, well, now you need to duplicate that activity with your new partners that you have brought on into your business. If you're a traditional sales, then you need to bring on other salespeople that are now going to sell your product, and you teach them your sales system, how to pique somebody's interest, how to educate, how to promote, how to enroll, and share some of the commissions with them. But you have to duplicate to grow and scale to get to that $10,000 a month fast. A lot of times I see new entrepreneurs, they count the dollars and they missed $100, they missed $1,000 because they're like, well, man, if I bring on another salesperson, instead of me making the $2,500, I'm only going to make $200. Well, now you can scale that. That's the thing about duplication is, yes, you're not going to make as much as you used to, but now you can scale those efforts because you only have 24 hours in one day. So number 3 is to duplicate your efforts and scale what you're doing. And then number 4, this is the secret sauce. And I can tell you, this is where 90% of you looking at this right now is going to drop the ball. Number 4 is staying focused and being consistent. I can tell you right now, I would probably dare to say 98% of the people looking at this right now, they're not going to be able to accomplish number 4. Stay focused and being consistent. Because here's the thing in life. Whatever you focus on expands. Unfortunately, most people focus on their problems. Most people focus on the test, trials, and tribulation that are going on in life, focusing on not making as much money as I thought I would this time in my life. And this is what you focus on, and it expands. And we focus on all of our concerns. And when you're making under $10,000 a month, you have a lot of concerns. I had a lot of concerns. I feel your pain, but you cannot focus on those concerns. You must focus on what you have control over. So whatever you have control over, are you going to make a video? You have control over, are you going to post content today? You have control over, are you going to pick the phone up and make a phone call? You have control over, I've got 5 sales presentations set up today. I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to lay the presentation out. You can focus on how great you do that presentation. You can't focus on, are they going to buy? You don't have control over that. You can't focus on, oh, I'm going to get 10,000 views on that video. No, you can focus on making the video, putting the video out there, making sure it's a good quality, it's providing great value to the community. But you can't focus in on the results because you don't have control over that. So focus on what you have control over, and that will grow as you stay focused on those things and being consistent. When building your business becomes so natural to you, it's kind of like how you breathe. It's kind of like, you're going to brush your teeth every day. I hope you brush your teeth every day. Maybe you're consistent at drinking water every day. When you become consistent like that, it's like breathing. It's like brushing your teeth. This is just what you do every day. You become unstoppable. So here's the 4 keys again. Number 1, you got to take all out massive action. Number 2, you have to use a system. Number 3, you have to duplicate and scale. And number 4, you have to remain focused and consistent. Now, I'm going to tell you what will help you remain focused and being consistent is having a good mentor, having a source of inspiration. As a matter of fact, hit the subscribe button right here because this will keep giving you a good source of inspiration. If you need mentorship, message me, reach out to me. We can connect together, or I can connect you with some of the people that's on my team to mentor you in building your business. Because here's the thing. What you're going to have in month 1 is you're going to build that online presence. You're going to build out your system that you're using. Month number 2, you're going to do massive amount of sales calls, webinars, Zooms to sell your product, sell your service. Month number 3, you're now going to scale your business and duplicate till you hit that $10,000 a month mark. And I'll tell you my most recent one. My most recent one was 2022, about 2 years ago. I saw a friend of mine on TikTok, and I was curious about TikTok because during 2020, when everybody was on shutdown, everybody seemed like they were making all these little TikTok videos and dancing and doing all this TikTok stuff. So I was curious about TikTok, so I said, let's download the app and started looking through, and I ran into one of my friends, and he was over in Panama at the time. And he was at this all-white party out by the pool, him and a bunch of other folks, and they were drinking tequila shots and talking some stuff, and he ended up going live, and I watched his live, and he was like, yo, Andre, man, I was just talking about you today, and I'm like, yeah, right, you just so happened to be talking about me. So I said, oh, yeah, okay, cool, on the I'm sending a message, he's talking, and he's like, man, we got to connect. So I was like, all right, well, hit me up. He hit me up the next day. We messaged back and forth, and we ended up setting an appointment, got together. He shared with me what he was doing. So I'm like, all right, cool. I never done TikTok before. I see what you guys are doing on social media. That's pretty powerful. I said, well, let me get some of the product. Let me try it out. And about 3 days in on the product, I'm like, yo, this thing is no joke. I said, all right, well, teach me how you doing this thing on TikTok. Now, I never did TikTok. I think at the time I had like 10 followers on TikTok. And I might have been following like 50 people because I had just opened a TikTok account a few months ago. And he shared with me what he was doing. It took me about 2 weeks to kind of really break it down, digest, bring it on in, and boom. June came, I hit the ground running. June, July. As a matter of fact, I didn't even make it to August. By the end of July, I was making over $10,000 a month build a whole new product, a whole new business, a whole new organization from scratch in 60 days to $10,000 a month. And I just did it all on TikTok just to prove a point to myself that this 4 steps work no matter where you do it. You do it on social media, you do it with traditional sales systems, you do it with network marketing, you do it with direct sales. I've helped people in the air conditioning business do it with their sales team. It works if you put it into play. So I want to leave you with this. No matter where you are right now today in your business, maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you're in business for 8 years and you haven't really made any money. Today is the day that your life will change when you apply these 4 keys to expanding and exploding the growth in your business. And within 90 days from now, you will be making over $10,000 a month following these 4 simple keys. And now imagine yourself being able to live your dreams, travel the world, spend the time with the people that you love and care about, doing the things that you enjoy doing out of life because you were able to grow your business to where you're making over $10,000 a month in income. My name is Andre Park. Take care. God bless. I look forward to seeing you on the Beasts of the World. Peace out.